This way. Maybe. Oh man, everything looks the same here. Is this the right path now? Oh man, everything looks the same here. Is this the right path now? Oh man, I think I'm moving in circles. I wish I knew what to do. Maybe I can get through to the Marquis or the old magician from here after all.
Jerry.
Hello?
Jerry, so far I haven't been able to advance to the clearing. I need to be careful and not lose sight of my goal. My waking mind is starting to dream, to dissolve. Zaroff denies me access, but you appear to be closer to him already.
But I'm stuck here. What can I do?
You are between the worlds, just like me. But while Zaroff is misdirecting my spirit, he is leading your body astray. Zaroff's curse is strong. I know only one who wields enough power to help you here, between the worlds. A dangerous magician. Take this.
This looks familiar.
You need to summon him, like you did once before. Even if we may all come to regret it. But when you ask him for help, do not show any weakness.
Hello? Old magician? He's gone. Alone again. What was that noise?
That would be me.
Not another crow?
Raven.
Not another... Wait, you can talk.
Some even say I talk too much.
Hello? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course. You're right in front of me, aren't you?
Who are you?
If you want a name, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I'm only a raven. Actually, I live in the clearing of the first tree.
The clearing of the first tree? That's where I need to go. Do you know the right way?
I can't find it myself. Everything's changed here, especially with all those strangers hanging around now.
What kind of place is this?
You're at the threshold between dream and reality.
Dream and reality?
Dreamers come to visit my clearing in their dreams. Everyone knows how to get to this place. A sleeper knows the way.
But I'm not asleep, and I can't find the way.
That makes two of us. A voice just now said that you could ask someone for help.
Yes, but how?
He said that you've done it before. Somebody came here once to meditate about his past. He thought up this wheel.
What wheel?
This wheel. If you turn the wheel, the crossroads will show you paths that are hidden deep in your soul. Places you have seen. Places you are going to see. And places that have shaped your life. Even if you never realized it, perhaps it can help you. But they are not true paths, just windows or images. I don't know much about these things. I'm only a raven.
I'll keep trying my luck. See you later.
Wow, good luck.
The paths have changed. How very strange. They're not even paths anymore. Almost looks like windows to different places. That's one of the cannons belonging to the guards of Mousewood. It looks like I might be able to stick in my hand from here. How strange, indeed. I now have a handful of black powder. Heave! Oh! This stone looks like the one by the brook near the Temple of the Moths. A tree walker symbol has been carved onto it. The same symbol I drew on the face of the rock toad. Man, I hope this is just an illusion. Wouldn't want to be arrested as a burglar after all. Okay, I've prized the door open. Oh no, my stick broke. Man, I hope this is just an illusion. Wouldn't want to be arrested as a burglar after all. Isn't that the Mousewood Town Hall? I think I can reach the nets from here. Ha! I swiped a few acorns. Funny, they're so small. Looks like I'm no longer the size of a mouse. I hope this won't plunge the people of Mousewood into an acornomic crisis. Oh well, it's all for a good cause. That doesn't need any special spice. Maybe it'll work here as well. Now, I used the powder to draw the symbol of the tree walkers. I hope this counts. Okay. It's in. Also in. Also in. Okay, now everything is in. I think I've got everything I need. I wonder if it'll work, even though I've modified the recipe a little. Ooh, a cozy campfire. I think there's even someone sitting there. Whoever they may be, I'm going to borrow a log of wood. Ouch! Hot! Now what? This had better work.
Your name. Tell me your name.
I'm Jerry. Jerry Hazelnut.
Jeremiah Human. How were you able to summon me to this place?
I drew a circle pattern on the crossroads.
Very few have knowledge of this ritual. It takes inner strength to complete it successfully. Only the strong are worthy of our magic. Walking between worlds, I can see strength within you. So why did you call me?
I'm stuck here. All the parts are leading me in circles.
This place is now a trap, leading back to itself. A dark spell must have been cast. Whoever cast it must have had a brilliant teacher.
I need help so I can find the great Zaroff.
Zaroff. He dares to leave his world? I never thought he could be that strong. Maybe I was wrong about him.
The old magician said I should ask you for help.
Aro, Melina. That is why your spell did not release me. That is why I am still trapped in the crystal. Of course, he allows me no more than these few words. But even that is a miracle.
What you're doing must be very important to him.
But how do I get out of here?
A trap like this always has a way to allow the one who set it to pass through it unharmed. I sense that you are carrying a magical coin. The spell it bears is very familiar to me, but it is not perfect. I just bestowed a gift upon you. The coin will now show you the path when you carry it through this place. Follow its light, but you must take heed. Wandering aimlessly in this place forever might be a mercy compared to what awaits you when you follow the coin's lead.
Who was that? A friend of yours?
No, I don't think so.
You might want to try what the masked magician told you. You will no longer need these places. I hope you find your way to the clearing, although I would much prefer to keep chatting with you.
Or maybe this way. Oh man, everything looks the same here. Is this the right path now? I bet this was wrong again. This might be the path. I bet this was wrong again. This might be the path. Oh man, I think I'm moving in circles. I wish I knew what to do. Maybe I can get through to the Marquis or the old magician from here after all. This way, maybe. Here, again. This is giving me a headache. This way, maybe. This must be the clearing of the first tree.
I see a volunteer who would like to participate in this magic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give him a hand? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a volunteer. With my clairvoyance, I look right into your heart. He sent you. A child. Jeremiah, I was once just like you. Then I faced the cruel reality. The facts. I became a grown-up when he locked me out of those incredible worlds. But our world is not a place for magic. No matter how brilliant you are, success is impossible. But I'm sure he didn't tell you that.
Nothing is impossible.
Only for him. You will soon realize that. He should never have sent you. He will soon come to realize his mistake. Perhaps he will grieve for you more than he did for me.
What a lame performance.
You still have much to learn. The audience, they love only me. But we have wasted enough time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am banishing this boy into the wood of the first tree.
No!
And that, honorable audience, is magic! Is magic!
Jerry, can you hear me? We haven't got much time. My magic isn't strong enough to ward off Zaroff's curse for long. He banished you into the first tree. I tried to shield your mind from the clutches of his black magic as best I could. Do not falter, Jerry. Be on your guard. Zaroff's spell nails have darkened the soul of the first tree. Others must be trapped in its magical wood as well. Go and find them. Do not succumb to fear, Jerry. You must not give up. Must not give up. Not give up. Give up.
Must give up. You must give up.
Where am I? I must have fallen asleep.
The lazy boy fell asleep right in front of a portal tree.
Huh, and he wants to be a tree walker?
What a sacrilege.
Ah. Plato?
I'm sorry, but my friend Jerry needs help again. I haven't got time for strangers.
Strangers? But I am Jerry. He thinks that cardboard figure is me, and he doesn't remember me at all.
What wretch is this, daring to disturb the quiet of the woods?
The toad croaked angrily. It really didn't like being woken up.
Oh, it's a gigantic toad from the forest.
Silly little Jerry was actually dumb enough to approach a dangerous, gigantic monster toad.
I should talk to it. Maybe it knows how I can get out of here.
An excellent idea. Silly little Jerry is completely befuddled.
Of course, I didn't mean it that way.
The toad's breathing rather heavily. No wonder, it's got these ugly posters sticking all over its body. I'll try to tear off the posters.
I'm going to squish you.
It won't let me get any closer.
You spell disaster for everyone. You used us.
You want to hitch a ride on my bike, but I need to deliver the mail.
Jerry didn't care what the frog said because he was too lazy to walk.
What? But it wasn't like that at all. These chestnuts are huge. Two large boulders.
That were much too heavy for puny little Jerry, of course.
I'll show you. See? Oh, I'm almost right. Milk does do a body good. I wonder what the switch does. It switches on the light. Surprise, surprise. Hello?
Hello there, Luminance Lighting Service. How may I help you?
A good friend of mine would like to be back in the limelight.
Who's the lucky guy then?
A large toad, here on stage.
Very well. I can see illuminating this gentleman will be a truly daunting task. This looks like a job for a Limelight Deluxe.
Uh-oh, the chestnuts went pretty far up his nostrils.
Take your hands off me, human. I got you! My mind is clearing. I was willing to squish you, but the spell that fogged my mind is now broken. I will now return home to the streams of time.
Isn't that good enough for you?
Oh, Jerry? Jerry, where have you been?
Where have I been? The three of us were in the dark tunnel. And then
Oh, just as long as you're doing all right.
I was about to say the same.
Friendship removes the nail. Who's supposed to believe that?
Hey! What's going on here? Where did Plato go?
Unfortunately, Plato, the clumsy amphibian, recently had an accident with his bicycle.
Oh, really?
He broke all his frog legs on an oak while being forced to deliver a useless letter for a certain Jerry Hazelnut.
Ha ha! You miserable bitch bit!
Hey, look who's here.
Spotting Tater-Nose Bogey!
Maybe he can help me. Right, this should work.
Wait, Jerry.
Yes?
Do you really want to know how deep that rabbit hole goes?
Excuse me?
You're about to uncover a terrible secret.
Fine by me. A lever? Is that all?
Jerry was so disappointed he wanted to die.
Oops.
No! Ouch! The lovely shamrock! It came off!
I'm sorry. I think I ruined the lawn.
Ouch! Oh no! Me gold! Me gold!
There! Now I can reach the top hat.
Ha! Jerry's lethal trap is sprung, and he steals the poor leprechaun's much more elegant top hat.
I just want to get out of here.
Dirty thief!
Well, who cares?
Me poor gold! Me gold! My... Nothing but worthless plastic chips.
Curses.
By all the snatty snap-noses of all the peat-bog banshees. If it isn't, young Jerry, the plumber. Looks like you're rid me of my delusion, boy. Thank you ever so kindly. I surely owe you. Should I turn someone into a sheep to stop this madness?
No, no, no!
You must help me remove the nail.
All right, boy. And O'Donnell doesn't like to be beholden to anyone. This wish is on the house. Hail and rain and wafts of mist.
Thanks, Mr. O'Donnell.
The curse I was under is broken. I'm going home. And O'Donnell is born for freedom. You remember that, you ugly, conniving whisperer.
The land of volcanoes, sharp swords and man-eating fox spirits. What a beautiful place to fail in, Jerry thought.
Just give up, bonehead.
Hey,
I'm a fox, I swear.
Kitsuna.
You are trapped in a human's body. No mask can hide that, Kitsune.
But
Humans and foxes can never be friends.
if a human accepts a fox for who she is, doesn't that count?
Even if that were the case, why aren't you changing back?
I tried to change back. It just won't work.
You may wish to be a fox again, but your heart is lost. I shall protect your ears from the confusion wrought by humans.
Please help me.
I shall heal you from being human, or devour you as a human.
Kitsuna? Let's see what happens when I hold this thing against the bell.
My ears!
I hope she'll remember her bell. Kitsuna?
Jerry?
Are you trying to rob me of my remaining senses? Human! I shall have all humans suffer for this, including your little Kitsune.
I'm a fox, I swear.
You may wish to be a fox again, but your heart is lost. I shall protect your ears from the confusion wrought by humans.
Jerry!
Quick, Kitsuna, run away!
You belong to us!
I will always be a fox, Jerry.
And Jerry's sound carrier shattered in his backpack.
Oh, great. The sound carrier broke. Kitsuna, are you all right?
Jerry,
Humans and foxes can never be friends.
But if a human accepts a fox for who she is, doesn't that count?
You may wish to be a fox again, but your heart is lost. I shall heal you from being human, or devour you as a human.
Kitsuna, don't listen to him. He's not himself. He will keep you forever.
Jerry, why don't you just leave? I will always remain a fox.
I know, and that's a good thing. You are you. You are a fox.
I am a fox. Foxes fight.
Young Kitsune, I am but a blind guardian, but my mind once again sees clearly. I owe you my thanks, human. Be a friend to her.
Friendship removes the nail? Who's supposed to believe that?
Where am I now? Ice everywhere, and water as far as I can see. Oh, the wind is very cold.
The boy was so overjoyed at getting to spend another vacation in one of the most beautiful places on Earth.
Vacation?
That, cheering loudly, he tore off his clothes and jumped into the ice-cold water.
Jerry on the rocks!
I'm beginning to think you don't care about me at all.
Mr. Hazelnut, I resent your attitude. The only thing I care about is art. But you just won't follow the script.
Yes, please forgive me. Oh, try harder.
I certainly hope so, you useless amateur! Now, where were we? The mighty polar whale broke through the ice behind Jeremy, and with his mighty voice he proclaimed,
"You have made a brave effort. You even advanced to the edge of the eternal ice. But you cannot withstand the cold. It is time to give up, to let go. Join me as I slide into the dark, cold waters under the ice."
The Christmas tree. Mum always bakes delicious mince pies for Christmas.
The young boy's yearning for the familiar sweets was downright overwhelming. It painfully reminded him of the fact that his mother would never again hold him in her arms.
This is just low!
The curse and all that is all right, but dragging his mother into this?
Disgusting!
Quiet!
Maybe it'll make me feel better if I take down the decorations. A gigantic candy cane.
Jerry couldn't resist. He had to lick it just once.
You just want my tongue to freeze, do you think?
Exactly. Finally, you've read the script. Go right ahead, then.
No. I'm going to save the cake for later.
Oh, the boy is just too smart for you.
Quiet!
Ho ho ho! Now I have a very festive fishing rod. I bet this is how Santa fishes. You know, I bet if Santa ever goes ice fishing, he takes along plenty of warm milk and cookies. Right, let's see what happens.
The polar whale had taken the bait and dragged the wimpy boy down into the icy depths.
Just a cable?
That's an evil,
Electric! It looks electric!
Yes, that's it. A wicked electric cable eel that's about to, just a moment.
That's about to wrap itself around my scrawny neck and zap me with a lethal electric shock.
Yes, exactly. Very good.
I think you need a vacation if you depend on a 12-year-old to create your art for you. The cable loops back there to where all the wind is coming from. Wait, why am I saying back there when I'm clearly on an ice floe in the middle of the ocean? I'll just pull on the cable. Hey, look! It's a wind machine. I see. Looks like the fan's direction can be changed.
No, you can't do that. The fan blades would chop up your delicate fingers.
Baloney.
That is much better. Thank you, little lamb walker.
No, no, no!
Our nightmare is now over. But many are still dwelling under the curse of darkness. You have got to help them.
But I'm nothing but a herring.
And Zaroff is a mighty whale!
I'm way too small.
That is exactly your strength, little lamb walker.
Woohoo! Jerry! You can do it, Jerry!
Quiet!
We believe in you, Jerry!
Go, Jerry!
I shall now dive home. Be strong, Jerry. Be strong.
I will stop Zaroff. I will stop him.
Curses. No, no, no! You'll ruin everything! You...
Jerry removed the nail. He realized that this was all just a dream that he and his friends were trapped in. He understood that he was able to change the dream.
But...
Because it was his dream.
But you can't.
The unfriendly man congratulated Jerry.
Congratulations, boy. You did it.
And was suddenly much nicer than before.
That was truly fantastic, Jerry. Boy, this was weird, but you kept on top of it. Absolutely awesome.
The end.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jerry Hazelnut.
Encore!
And finally, Jerry woke up.
No. No! This is impossible!
We're back in the clearing.
The audience? Oh, are they spirits?
They're dreamers. The curse brought them here.
Oh, why are they so angry?
I've seen this before. They are restless. They are furious. They could forget their way back in their blind rage.
And then?
Then they would just become empty spirits haunting the dreams of others. Hitadama.
Watch out, Jerry!
It came from over there.
Zaroff! You, calm down the dreamers. I'll take care of Zaroff.
But, Jerry!
He's right. You can sing, can't you?
Well, yes, but...
Now where did Zaroff get to?
You defeated the lizards, removed the nails. The Marquis chose you well. Now, show me what you're made of, tree walker.
Jerry, defend yourself. Excellent. You repelled his spell with the nail and rendered it harmless. Zaroff lost one of his spells. Well done. You repelled his spell with the nail and rendered it harmless. Zaroff has only 2 spells left now. Excellent. Now Zaroff has only one remaining spell.
You took everything I had. For this I shall...
It is you.
You did it, Jerry. Zaroff used his magic against you and lost.
I didn't mean to do it. Not like this. Marquis, are you...
He's still too weak. He cannot answer you.
Who's the boy? Where did he come from?
The tree, it remembers. It remembers the teacher and the apprentice who once visited this place. Zaroff did evil things. That's why he cannot look the child he once was in the eye. But who among us could, after all?
Who is he? What does all this mean?
The great Zaroff. One of the greatest illusionists of his time. You may have heard of him. Not many remember him now. In reality, he wasn't just an illusionist. He was one of us, a magician. Zaroff was the last apprentice of the Marquis de Hoto. When the rabbit trained him, he was just a boy, not much older than you. When his training was finished, young Zaroff and his teacher visited the clearing of the first tree, and they left some traces behind. The tree would remember them. Soon, the Marquis and Zaroff became living legends as they hurried from one world to the next, from portal to portal, help wherever help was needed. They were true tree walkers, but their path led them to a place where darkness ingrained upon their souls. I was there when the mirror of shadows disclosed to them their own potential. They beheld their own brightest virtues and saw the darkest chasms within their souls. And only few can bear that kind of truth. So it was only a matter of time until the dark seed sprouted within them. And when it did, the Marquis was the first to start doubting the ideals of the tree walkers. Then the apprentice started doubting the teacher, and finally the two of them turned on each other in hatred. In his blind wrath, the Marquis banished his apprentice to the world from whence he came. He took away his ability to walk between worlds, so that every portal would remain closed to him. Zaroff became a prisoner in his own world. A world that had room for magic only on its stages. Thus he became the great Zaroff, the illusionist. But the appeal of the new tricks he invented to captivate his audience soon wore off, and Zaroff fell for a second time. Marooned. forgotten. In his despair, he began to rattle the doors of his reality. He turned to alchemy, forbidden experiments, to open up the portal worlds once again. And with every failed experiment grew the hatred for his teacher and for his audience that no longer cared for him. And when Zaroff was finally driven by nothing other than fury and revenge, something answered to his rattling and knocking. Consortium Squamata, the lizards. With its false promises, the Consortium had already passed through many worlds. Promises that would disturb the balance of nature. Zaroff was approached by 4 members of the Consortium. They offered the magician a deal. The lizards had surreptitiously obtained the ability to walk between worlds, but they didn't know the way to the most secret of places. Zaroff, on the other hand, had memorized the paths of the tree walkers, the portals, the path to the clearing of the first tree. Thus he led the lizards through the portals, betraying the tree walker he had once been with every step of the way. In exchange, they gave him the power to cast a curse on one of the first trees. The lizards gave Zaroff 4 nails. 4 nails made of 4 cursed metals, serving to drive the magician's spell deep into the trunk of the first tree, where it would take effect and make the inhabitants of the portal worlds his final audience, thus trying to obtain respect and glory by force. Zaroff's final great triumph. And while the portal worlds were suffering from the curse of Zaroff, the lizards invaded them, as they had done many times before. Only one could have provided help, but Zaroff's mentor, the Marquis de Hoto, had spiraled himself further into the darkness that the Mirror of Shadows had revealed to him.
The Cold One! He was willing to let us freeze to death.
The good tree walker who had trained Zaroff. I had already given up hope I would ever meet him again. But when Zaroff entered the clearing, the first tree remembered the magicians. When it recognized the threat that the apprentice posed, the first tree brought to life and sent out the memory of his teacher. So, the memory of the Marquis de Hoto, shaped long before his own corruption set in, left the clearing of the first tree, and promptly forgot that it was nothing but a memory. And once again, he was a true tree walker. He set forth to find himself an apprentice, somebody who would be able to stop Zaroff. He answered your call. The roots of the first tree run deep, even into our dreams. The Marquis found you, Jerry, because you had a dream.
What will happen to Zaroff now?
This place might be his only salvation. He will remain in the shadow of the first tree. The Marquis, the first tree, they were right. You went beyond yourself. That's how you finally got to this place and faced down Zaroff. The Marquis made you a true tree walker, but you were forced to pay a high price. When the Marquis went from idea to reality by entering your world, something else had to go. Your father. As though through a revolving door, the Marquis came to life, and your father was lost in the rift between worlds and forgotten. But do not worry. You saved us all, and very soon we will return the favor. An acquaintance of mine once said, "Only those who get on the way can find their way." And so it came to pass that Jerry had to leave his mentor behind in the clearing of the first tree. Jerry knew that he had been more than the memory of a courageous, one-of-a-kind tree-walker, more than the first tree of mousewood needing Jerry's help. He had been a friend. Then, for the last time, the Marquis slowly turned and lifted his hand as if to wave goodbye.
I will never forget you,
said Jeremiah Hazelnut.
And I will never forget you,
came the reply from the shadows at the foot of the tree. And the boy knew the Marquis, the tree. He would remember him. When Jerry returned to Mousewood, lost in thought, there was music in the streets, because for the first time in a long while an apprentice had come to Mousewood to study the art of arts. And for the first time in a long while, the Treetop Festival, the celebration of friendship and courage, was held in honor of an apprentice who had finished his training, in honor of the tree walker, Jeremiah Hazelnut, the rabbit's apprentice.
was a grand table. We put it together yesterday in a hurry.
Very stylish, boy.
And it was great fun too.
Yeah, diligent work is fun.
You again.
I love the Treetop Festival. I come here every year. I have this magic premonition that you will not be the last apprentice the people of Mousewood acknowledge in this fashion.
Greetings, Jeremiah. The portals have recovered.
You can go home now, Jerry. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And I'm going to come with you.
My father, my mother, will they be back?
They already are.
Jerry, we've been waiting for you for an hour. I've had to stop your dad from eating the entire blackberry pie himself.
I was hungry. I feel like I've been on my legs forever.
Me too.
And that's all Jeremiah could say. The fox girl still claims that he cried.
That's so not true.
Thus Jeremiah Hazelnut returned home, and thus ends our story. But with every ending, other stories begin. They are like waves in the ocean, always in motion, spilling over and intertwining. Some stories tell of huge problems we create for others that can barely be solved, even with courage, especially when you're nothing but a tiny mouse. But perhaps someone is going to step up. And then there are scary tales as well. Secret, forbidden ones that you can only tell behind closed doors. Are you suddenly cold too?
Who was that boy?
My friend's apprentice. Thank you for helping him. He broke Zaroff's curse.
I underestimated Zaroff, and that boy too. Will you finally free me from this prison, so that I may once again protect the portal worlds? This kind of thing must never happen again.
You know that this is impossible, old friend.
Nothing is impossible.